What does the future really look like for BTS? Is the group preparing for a new era, or a return that's even bigger than before? Recently, fans have been buzzing about stories and rumors that Jungkook opened up to Jimin in a deep, heartfelt conversation about BTS's future. While nothing official has been confirmed, the idea alone has sparked huge excitement across the ARMY community. So today we're breaking it all down. What fans are saying, what the members themselves have hinted at, and what hopes and expectations are shaping the future of BTS. This isn't just about rumors, it's about BTS's bond, their growth, and what comes next. Let's talk about it. Before we talk about the future, we need to understand where BTS is right now. Over the past few years, BTS has gone through one of the most significant transitions of their career, a period that tested not only their structure as a group, but their identities as individuals. Military service placed a necessary pause on group activities. Solo albums opened doors to personal stories, creative risks, and artistic independence. Time apart as a full group forced both the members and fans to sit with absence, patience, and trust. And yet, even during this pause, one thing has remained constant. BTS has never stopped being BTS. Rather than drifting away from one another, the members used this time to grow inward, exploring new sounds, new emotions, and new sides of themselves. These journeys were never about replacing the group, but about returning stronger, more grounded, and more honest than before. Each solo project became a chapter, not a conclusion. Together, they form a larger story of maturity, resilience, and evolution. And among all these individual paths, fans have paid special attention to Jimin and Jungkook, two members whose bond quietly reflects the emotional core of BTS. Their friendship, built on years of shared stages, vulnerability, and trust, mirrors what BTS has always represented: connection, sincerity, and growth side by side. Understanding where BTS stands now means recognizing that this pause was never an ending, it was preparation. Jimin and Jungkook's relationship isn't just something fans imagine, it's something we've watched grow naturally and consistently for over a decade. They've trained side by side through exhausting days and uncertain nights. They've lived together, sharing cramped dorm rooms, late meals, and quiet moments when the cameras were off. They've cried together not for show, but because the pressure, fear, and weight of expectations sometimes became too much to carry alone. And they've supported each other during their most vulnerable moments, when success felt overwhelming rather than glamorous. Jimin has long been the emotional anchor of the group, thoughtful, intuitive, and deeply invested in maintaining BTS's unity. He notices when someone is struggling, speaks with care, and often puts the group's emotional health above his own comfort. His empathy isn't performative. It's something the members themselves frequently acknowledge. Jungkook, meanwhile, has grown before our eyes. From the youngest member who once leaned heavily on his hyungs, he's become an artist who openly reflects on pressure, responsibility, self-doubt, and purpose. His honesty about growth and fear shows how much those early bonds shaped him, especially the ones built on trust and emotional safety. So when fans hear rumors about a heart-to-heart conversation between these two, it doesn't feel far-fetched or dramatic. It feels believable, because this is exactly how BTS has always operated behind the scenes, talking things through, leaning on one another, and choosing connection over silence. Their bond isn't about speculation, it's about shared history, mutual respect, and years of growing up together. Let's be clear. There is no confirmed public statement saying Jungkook and Jimin had a specific Christmas Day conversation about BTS's future. What exists instead is something much quieter and much more human. Rumors began spreading after a series of moments that felt emotionally charged rather than strategic. Live streams where emotions surfaced unexpectedly, holiday messages that sounded more reflective than celebratory, and lyrics, interviews, and passing comments that hinted at longing, reunion, and the weight of time moving forward. None of these were direct explanations, but fans who have watched BTS grow for over a decade noticed the shift. So people connected the dots and began asking, what if Jungkook really sat down with Jimin not for the cameras, not for an announcement but just to talk? Not to decide anything officially, not to promise anything to the world, but as two artists who grew up together, asking the hardest question they could face. How do we protect BTS, the bond, the meaning, the legacy, while still allowing ourselves to grow as individuals? It's the kind of conversation that doesn't need proof to feel believable. Because at this stage of their lives, it's not about contracts or timelines, it's about identity, responsibility, and love for something bigger than themselves. And maybe that's why the idea resonates so deeply. Not because it's confirmed, but because it feels real. Jungkook has been more open than ever in recent years. In various interviews and live broadcasts, he's spoken candidly about the weight that came with BTS's global rise, the pressure to live up to expectations that kept growing, the responsibility of representing not just a group, but a generation of fans. He's talked about wanting to mature as an artist and as a person without losing the core identity that made BTS BTS in the first place. And beneath all of that, he's been honest about how deeply he misses group activities, the shared routines, the creative chaos, and the comfort of moving forward together. One thing Jungkook consistently emphasizes is timing. Not rushing, not forcing, letting things unfold naturally, trusting that what's meant to return will return when everyone is truly ready. That's why fans believe that if Jungkook ever shared a personal message with Jimin, it would likely center on balance, on reminding each other that growth doesn't mean separation, and that exploring individual paths doesn't erase the bond they've built over years of trust and shared history. It would be about honoring BTS's legacy, not as something frozen in the past, but as something alive that can evolve. At the same time, it would leave space for personal growth, permission to change, to rest, to discover new sides of themselves without guilt. A quiet reassurance that they don't have to choose between being individuals and being BTS, that when the timing feels right, both can exist together. Jimin has always spoken about BTS like a family, not just a team that works together, but a place of belonging, growth, and shared responsibility. He often mentions the weight he feels toward ARMY, the quiet fear of disappointing people who believed in them from the very beginning. The importance of staying grounded in the values that shaped BTS when they had nothing but each other and a dream. For Jimin, success was never just about how high they could climb. It was about why they climbed in the first place. During his solo promotions, Jimin was careful with his words. He made it clear that his solo work wasn't an ending, it was preparation. A chance to grow stronger individually so the group could return stronger together. Fans often imagine that if Jungkook ever opened up about uncertainty, pressure, or the fear of carrying expectations alone, Jimin would be the one to steady him. Not with grand speeches, but with quiet reminders. He'd remind him why BTS began at all. Not for charts, not for records, not for numbers that fade with time, but for connection, for sincerity, for the feeling that music could reach someone who needed it and say, "You're not alone." That belief has always been at the center of Jimin's love for BTS, and it's why, no matter how far each member goes on their own, the heart of the group never feels lost. ARMY's expectations for BTS's future are powerful, but what's most striking is how grounded they are. Most fans aren't asking for constant releases, endless world tours, or punishing schedules that leave no room to breathe. The era of measuring love by output alone feels over. ARMY has grown alongside BTS, and that growth shows in what fans value now. What fans do hope for is something deeper and more sustainable. a meaningful group comeback that feels intentional, honest music that reflects everything they've lived through individually and together. And above all, a BTS that's healthy, supported, and emotionally whole. You'll hear many fans say, "We don't need BTS forever. We just want them together when it matters." That sentiment says everything. It's not about clinging to the past or demanding permanence. It's about respecting the humanity behind the artistry. Fans want BTS to exist as 7 people first, not as an endlessly producing machine. That's why this rumoured conversation resonates so deeply within the fandom. It hints at BTS choosing longevity over urgency, intention over pressure, and balance over burnout. It suggests a future where BTS doesn't disappear, but also doesn't sacrifice themselves to meet unrealistic expectations. In many ways, it feels like a quiet agreement between BTS and ARMY. Quality over quantity, connection over noise, and togetherness not forever, but when it truly matters. So what might the future look like? Possibilities include a group album that reflects not just their talent, but a deeper sense of maturity, growth, and reflection on the journey they've shared together. Fewer, more carefully chosen promotions, each one meaningful, intentional, and resonating with fans rather than following the demands of a hectic schedule. A world tour designed around genuine connection with their audience rather than sheer exhaustion. Performances that feel personal, immersive, and unforgettable. Continued solo projects that allow each member to explore their own artistry, passions, and stories, running alongside group activities rather than replacing them. If Jungkook and Jimin truly talked about BTS's future, it probably wasn't about dates, deadlines, or charts. It wasn't about the numbers. It was about purpose. About creating, performing, and living in a way that feels true to who they are. Not just as idols, but as artists, friends, and people who have grown together in front of the world. Whether the conversation happened exactly as rumoured or not, one thing is certain. BTS is thinking about the future, carefully, thoughtfully, and together. Jungkook opening up, Jimin listening. 7 members moving forward at their own pace. That's not the end of BTS, that's evolution. What do you hope to see next from BTS? Do you think a group comeback will feel different this time? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And as always, trust BTS, trust the process. Whether the conversation happened exactly as rumoured or not, one thing is certain. BTS is thinking about the future, carefully, thoughtfully, and together. Jungkook opening up, Jimin listening. 7 members moving forward at their own pace. That's not the end of BTS, that's evolution. What do you hope to see next from BTS? Do you think a group comeback will feel different this time? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And as always, trust BTS, trust the process.